Come on down. Come on down.
Make sure you give me that sales pitch. Great.
So we are Delta VR, and we make eBooks in a universe in which users can decide what they want to do. When reading a book, most people don't feel excited or drawn to the story, especially during chapter books where there aren't any pictures. In a VR universe, you can control what you're doing or how you're doing it. So we decided to combine the two by making a VR universe in which users can explore the power of reading.
Programming allows you to do about reading and multi-learning. We want to make a VR set which can help kids enjoy reading. Our product consists of two game modes. Story mode, which lets you live in a book and your choice as the main character. As you progress through the story, the point is to replicate the story events as close as possible. Universal mode is where you play as a different entity. You may play as the main character's friend, the enemy, or maybe someone not even mentioned in the book. Delta VR helps readers to enjoy the story and the book by showing some scenes and what's mostly likely in the story. And it also helps readers feel what's happening in the scenes and story by the gloves. Gloves, because it's
You got it.
So this is our monthly budget for our company. We decided that to start our company we need $450,000.
That's right. We'll be go home.
When we learned how much money we would make at the end of the month, so 1 and 3 months of 1 year and 3 months of making our business, we were going to make $472,000 which would pay off the debt of starting the business.
Nice.
Our product costs $500, and our paycheck for the workers of this company is going to be $3,800 a month.
So we're going to start off first in New York, where we're going to build our company and also where it's our headquarters. Then we're going to have also a store in Tokyo, South Korea, and Dubai. Because in Tokyo, they like to read books in there, and also they like technology. And also in South Korea and Dubai, because they have a big competition who makes better technology, and also they invest a lot of money in technology.
Nice. Yes.
Friends, a lot of people want to live in scenes, and books, and this invention will help them with that. People might not want to buy all of the equipment, VR device, VR headset, VR glove, and they might be too expensive. Virtual and augmented reality are popular. Another company has become experts at cheaper design and
And our company, we would hire electrical engineers to design and build the programs, and also IT to help the engineers and fix some errors. And designers to design the VR and also to make it more comfortable for the users.
Our VR sets will include VR headset and VR gloves. The products you see to the right are not our products. Please not to us. They are examples of what our products will look like. These products will increase the engagement in books. It will use virtual reality as the universe and digital graphics as the series. It uses electrical engineering, VR chips, and computer science to run the VR network. Our target audience is people from 7 years old to 4 years old, anyone who needs and troubled readers. This design will be similar to other VR products, however, ours will be different as we want to look at the idea and the fact that it's games that come from eBooks.
For our research and data, our products will be made of a recyclable 3D filament and lightweight aluminum because we wanted to make sure that young users, such as 7-year-olds, wouldn't get hit, such as if they were near an object, such as a wall. If you run into a wall with a VR headset that weighs 5 pounds, you're going to get hurt. But with a lightweight aluminum and 3D filament, the pain will be bearable. We also needed engineers that specialize in computer software and electrical software, and graphic designers that specialize in virtual reality. The college that we found that studied this craft is Savannah College of Art and Design.
Sure. Amazing idea. This is like an insane idea. Before someone else steals it, go and patent it. Think about this. Reading was not engaging, right? Like audiobooks, but with virtual reality, you can literally make everyone read. So excellent idea, excellent presentation. The question would that be, at least for me, you said your technology literacy such as 7 to 40-year-olds, but can you guys increase it to more older users? Let's say if somebody like my grandma has some eye problems with the lenses in the VR, would be able to correct them so that they can also see the virtual reality?
For our VR lenses, I was thinking of a way to add prescription lenses or lenses for people with sensitive eyes, such as myself. I personally wear glasses and I'm nearsighted, so in a universe in which all the objects are far-sighted, my eyes could really get hurt. And regarding the question about age, we decided to make the maximum age 40 years old because that's the size that our VR set would fit.
Yeah.
It could also be for anyone who needs, because you could go to a store and ask if you can make it bigger and more suitable for someone.
So it's customizable for a person. That's very good point. Excellent idea. Very good.
Yeah, I love your presentation. Do you have any plans to include some, like when you're using the device, would there be any actual reading going on? Like, would the user be able to see any text? Or would it just purely be like a VR experience? And if there were going to be text, like how would you make that like blend together with the VR?
In our VR set, there is going to be text regarding the story. In the story, you will have checkpoints or bright lights that point to the direction of which the story will go. The text will be what the story wants you to do, and the actual storyline from the book. The VR headset wants to target you towards that area so you can comprehend what the text below it is saying.
So yeah, that was really good. For sure. I can imagine a couple of different applications, like you said. I think all ages, right? You have people, people all ages of the spectrum. People older, younger, people with disabilities, people that just all kinds of situations that may not be able to experience different things. I think that's what reading kind of opens up for them, but then if you merge it with VR, I think we got something special there. So, first of all, tell me the number that we need. And then second, I guess the question would be, do you anticipate the scene playing out independently of the narration? Or do you anticipate like an audio book where somebody's narrating, you have those words, and then you're kind of in the scene while it's going on, right? So like what's the live action of it, or is it only VR at a certain checkpoint?
In the story, you would be the main character.
Okay.
The audible narrative would be telling you what to do, and then a sign or an arrow or glowing light would point to what to do and how to do it. In order to make this educational, we decided that it would be better for readers to be able to comprehend what's going on, matching up the text with what they're actually doing.
Cool. And actually, I'm sorry, I was really excited about this. So, can I bring older books back to life, right? Is there a way where I can go to the library, I find some book, maybe it's just like some shelf somewhere dusty. Is there a way where you can automatically turn that book into a VR movie or VR whatever? Is that what you're thinking, or is that like a future thing we can work on together?
Unfortunately, we can't take random books and turn them into a universe. The universe would have to be programmed in order to do what the user would want it to do. If you would want something like that, you could send a request to eBooks.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right, I hear you.
All right, we're going to go with the sharp name.
Nice.
Okay, lovely presentation. I love your idea. I have 6 questions for no questions, more like inquiries, because it's really interesting. I like reading a lot, and for me, one really big inconvenience is having to move around with the book, or have a tablet here because I read. So, but I want to suggest, for me, can you be made like an eyeglass something? Because making, for one, being able to read books, I can just bring with my glasses and just turn on a book, and people think I'm looking at them and reading something else. I mean, that's my personal request anyway, so that's what. Secondly, so how about, since it's educational, how about things like maths, programming, so because a lot of people find those concepts abstract, okay? So I'm guessing you guys have, what educational materials are you guys targeting? Since it's mainly educational, right? So are you looking at maths or just history?
As a ground-based subject that we're going to be covering, for our first school subject, we'll be covering science, such as if you were to add different chemicals together, you'd be able to do that inside the universe and see the reaction to what you've done. Instead of going to a science lab, buying supplies, then taking it back home, unboxing it, polishing it, and then actually doing it, and then it blows up, and then you have to do it all over again.
Okay, awesome. So that's awesome. Yes, I have a lot more books. It's really fun. Yeah, thanks. Good one.
So great presentation. I really want one of these because it would make reading so fun. I specifically liked that you talked about the locations that you're interested in having offices because there's talent there and because there's more money to be invested in certain locations. But so yeah, one question I had was So do users sit down or are they moving while they're using this?
Users can decide whether they want to sit down or stand up, but in this universe, there will be items around you in which you can reenact touching. Such as if you're moving as the main character, you could choose to actually walk, like digitally, or you could sit down and teleport to a certain location in your book.
So if they are walking around, how do you prevent users from like walking into the road, for example?
There would be a device mounted on top of the headset that would send out radio waves, sort of like echolocation, to tell someone when they're about to like walk into something. And we figured out to talk about the road.
Very good. Thank you.
All right, last show.
Yeah, this was an incredible presentation, super aesthetically pleasing. I thought you had a really hashed out business plan. It was so thorough. I loved the financial analysis. I liked how you kind of went into that. My question is kind of similar to his, but since there are so many different books out there, millions and millions of books from different times and different genres, and with the fact that you're starting in different countries where different languages are spoken and people read in different languages, how do you guys think you're going to combat the different languages and different features in your set? Do you think you're going to add different languages, or do you think you're going to start out with maybe 5 books and then expand, or I just wanted to know your thought process of how you're thinking through that.
I believe that if we were to choose books from, say, Dubai, in which readers around that era would like to read, and then we translated the reading so we could program it in real life, it would be able for readers that are on the opposite side of the globe to understand the books that we have now. And I also believe that it would be a possibility to translate books for users in America to also use.
Excellent. Good job, good job. Do we have any audience questions? Yes, sir.
I'd like to know, have any of you finished 8th grade now? Nobody going into high school yet? Too bad, I was going to get you in my program, NAACP for high school. Excellent presentation.
If you're doing it all around the world, is it going to be everywhere or in those specific places? We believe that our device is going to be sold online. But we will be putting actual stores or factories in those locations.
Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Mine's kind of similar to a couple of questions that were already asked, where the older books would be brought back in the VR. Are you going to have a set library to begin with, and what's the price point of that? Are you going to be able to add extra books to it? Are they going to have separate prices, or are you only going to have that one library to start with? And that comes with the...
I believe that we are going to start with one library at first, so with 30 or so books, and then about every 6 months we add 5 or more books from different countries around the world. So if we start out with 30 and we're doing 5 locations, then we can do 6 different books from each location, genre, so forth.
So it's continuously adapting.
So like the Netflix of the already.
All right, let's give them a hand.